Hey, what's going on? Facebook and IG. It's that time. Word of the day on Wednesday. Come on, somebody. Know I'm a little late today, but man, I had to work and it's been busy, all of that stuff. So, here on my lunch break and over here at Starbucks, you can tell by that chandelier right there. Anyways, right now I'm in 2 Peter. Just kind of reading through the Bible in a year again. It's really good practice, whether you fall behind or not. Just to have a good diet, a good steady time to where you're just kind of working through the Bible and reading and maybe jotting down some, questions or, if something sticks out to you, you could do a SOAP devotion. SOAP, scripture, observation, application, and prayer. Super good to have that discipline. So anyways, I have this verse out of 1 Peter that I read a couple of days back. I like the Message version sometimes. Basically what the Message version does is it paraphrases the paragraph of the Bible and just kind of brings it into a little bit of modern language. So this verse is 1 Peter 2, starting off in verse 11. So in the Message version it says, "Friends, this world is not your home, so don't make yourselves cozy in it. Don't indulge your ego at the expense of your soul. Live an exemplary life among the natives so that your actions will refute their prejudices. Then they'll be won over to God's side and be there to join in the celebration when He arrives." In other versions like the NLT, it talks about as, foreigners and non-residents, right? And it's just like this whole concept that this earth is not our home as a Christian. But just like if you're in like a foreign, country, man, you want to be a good representative of your home country, okay? So what is our home country? As Christians, our home country is heaven. So we want to be representatives of heaven everywhere we go. So at my job, I want to represent heaven. I want to represent God, right? And so, man, it's not a good thing if your coworkers are like, "Oh, shoot, I didn't even know you were a Christian." I'm not sure if you've heard that before, but, you want your life to be an example. That's why it says live an exemplary life. Live your life as an example. It's not a good thing if, your coworkers are surprised that you're married or, surprised that you're a Christian or whatever the case may be. Because you're probably not displaying traits that go along with, being a Christian or being married or whatever the case may be. So you got to remember that. We are foreigners, but we always need to represent. Just like if we're going to a foreign country, I'm going to Japan in March with my sister. Man, super excited. I'm not just about to go wild and crazy because I know as I go over there, I'm representing America and I gotta, represent well. Otherwise, man, I may end up in, some Japanese prison out there, if I cut a rug or, man, go crazy. It's the same thing, man, when we're at our jobs, when we're driving on the freeway, like any place, man, we're representing God, especially me, man, I have God First music on my back window. So if I cut somebody off, man, it's just like, oh, shoot, I'm in a world of trouble, And so, man, I want to, encourage you guys with that, as always to be thinking about that wherever you're at, work, school, different places that you go to live as an example of our permanent residence as a Christian, which is heaven. Live as an example to God. And it has this thing at the end, man, you'll win people over to God's side. And they'll be there to join in the celebration when He arrives. There's this famous quote that says, man, you know what? Your life is the greatest gospel that you can ever preach. and your life may be the Bible, the only Bible that somebody ever reads, you know? And so live as an example of that, what you believe. Live as an example of, man, the God that you believe in, you know, because you never know who is watching. And I'm telling you, I've seen this all the time, man. At work, I'm able to be a light to my coworkers. At school, you know, when I spent 7 years in school because I didn't know what I want to do when I grew up, and I still don't know what I want to do. It's all right. You know, you got to be an example. You got to be a light. So hope you guys are encouraged with that. As you are a foreigner in this earth, man, be an example of our permanent residence, which is heaven. All right. So God bless you guys. Hope you guys got something out of this, and man, see you guys around. All right.